Well, welcome back. Last time we had a bash at vinyl wrapping where I wrapped part of my tank in carbon fibre vinyl wrap. Today we're going to be doing a similar sort of thing, so part 2 of the series. I'm going to be having a good crack at the front fender. Slightly different to last time. If you did miss that video, then click the card in the top and have a watch of that video maybe before watching this one, or go and watch that one first and then come back to this one. It's going to be slightly different in the fact that I have to wrap some of it or start the job with the fender on the bike. It's just easier to do if the fender is actually mounted because it's not moving about. So part of it will be on the bike, and then we'll get going with that. I'll take the fender off and then finish the job on the bench. So that's what we're going to be having a go at today. So if you're interested and it's something that you want to have a go at, then stay tuned and let's get on with it. So what I'm going to be doing now is starting the job with the fender on the bike, because it's something wrapping you have to do. You have to get the vinyl, or you have to mount it sort of under tension, and it's impossible to do with a bigger part if you've taken it off the bike and it's all moved sliding around all over the bench trying to get tension on the vinyl. So some of it has to be done while it's on the bike. It doesn't have to be, but if you can take it off and mount it somewhere and get it on a solid platform, then by all means do that. It's just that I haven't got that option, so I've got to do it on the bike. So what we're going to do now is get down onto the bike and start the job, whip the fender off and finish it off on the bench. So let's get cracking. So that's that side sort of half on. What I'm going to do now is exactly the same thing on the other side off camera, and then I'll cut the holes in there already and whip the fender off, because then I can fiddle around with the edging when it's off the bike. But it's important to have it on a secure platform when you're actually stretching the material over, because as I said, it does have to, you do have to put it on under tension for it to stick well. And you could see there on a lot of the times you have to pull against the creases. So if the creases run down this way, you have to pull down, and if the creases run the other way, you have to pull across. So it's constantly sort of working the vinyl on under tension. So that is it, job finished, job well done. I'm fairly happy with the outcome. There's just a slight niggle that I've got with it on the front where I actually stretched the vinyl too far to get a crease out. It does have its limits to how far you can stretch it. It will stretch quite a way before it actually starts to bow the structure, but yeah, just to get one crease out, I've pulled it too far, but it's only a slight bow, so that's nothing that I'm going to worry about. I'm not going to take it back off and redo it, but just to be aware, the material will stretch quite far before that actually happens, but sod's law, I've stretched it that bit too much, but it's only slight. You can't really tell, so only I can see it. But you can appreciate there from the start of the video, you can see I was having to work the vinyl. It's not just a case of laying it over and trying to squeegee out any creases and bubbles. You do have to stretch the material. As I said, it does have to go on under tension, but as you're stretching downwards, it'll create creases, but that sets you up for your next pull. So you're constantly working the vinyl from right to left to get a nice sort of stretched coverage of that part. So that's the way to do it. As I said, I'm not a professional, but I'm happy I know what I'm doing with it. So yeah, happy with the result. It is easy to go overboard with once you get the knack of it. It is addictive, and it is enjoyable. So, but as I said, it is easy to start stripping everything off your bike and wrapping it, and then it gets too much, and it tends to look a bit naff. So as long as you get a good contrast of plastics, paints, and a bit of carbon fibre, then I think it looks top notch. So yeah, hopefully that's been of interest to you the last few videos. I've enjoyed doing it over the winter weeks where I can't get out on the bike. So yeah, we look forward to some riding, and hopefully the weather's going to pick up where I can start to get out on the bike and start to do some other bits. There are some other bits and bobs coming up, product reviews. I'm not going to give too much away, but there's some cool stuff coming up. So be sure to stay tuned. And if you are a new viewer, then be sure to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button now and the little bell next to the subscribe button to ensure that you're notified when I upload a video so you don't miss out. So I look forward to seeing you next time, and I'll catch you later. Take care.